Good evening, everyone. Give me just a minute here. I'm trying to get a couple of little things set up here for us so that we can roll on along momentarily. I got kind of caught up in messages tonight. I know sometimes you get caught up in that and you look up and next thing you know, it's time for the break. So sorry about the brief delay here, but I should have this up and running momentarily. Mainly, I need to get the spreadsheet displayed so that we can take a look at what we're breaking tonight. But I can tell you while I'm working on it, we're going to break Hit Parade three-peat basketball box, which will have 3 different memorabilia items in it. Then after that, we'll break an 8-box case of Playbook football and then a 16-box master case of Revolution basketball. So that's what we've got on tap tonight. And as soon as I can get our spreadsheet here to cooperate and open up for us, we'll move on with taking a look at that and getting ready to bust into some of this stuff tonight. I do think we may have a couple of unpaid teams. If you happen to be one of those folks who have not yet paid for your team, I believe it was mostly in Revolution basketball where we were missing some information there. Or missing some payments, not some information. So if you happen to be one of those folks who has not paid your bill, please do so. I am, actually, let's do that right now too. We'll pull that up. So if we do possibly have teams, it would be in, I think would all be in Revolution, but I'm going to pull that up here and take a look. Along with all the other multitasking, right? I'm doing a lot of multitasking right at this moment. But we'll be rolling here in just a second. Sorry, guys, I really was in email a bit longer than I realized. Had something come up that I was trying to get answered and just took a little bit longer than I realized. And now I can't get myself logged into eBay. Isn't that always the way? I was logged in. Yeah, I was. And I had all this stuff up and running for the most part, ready to go. And then I guess Windows, darling Windows, did an update, and so yeah, it takes you back to your same browser tabs, but guess what? You're logged out of everything, and all your stuff's closed, and everything else. So fun times. But we're almost there. We're almost there. While I'm finishing that up, I do at least have the spreadsheet up, so I can get you started taking a look at that. So, of course, there's 2 pieces of information there, and the first one has to do with feedback. That's because that question comes up a lot, so I just thought it might be easier to explain it right there. So that is simply to let you know that my feedback is completely automated on eBay. And what that means to you is anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get it in return without having to wait on me. Unlike tonight, right, where you're having to wait on me to get to get the spreadsheet up and such, right? No waiting on that front. Next, we're going to take a look at, and thank you. See, there's the other thing. That's the reason that's up there too, is to remind me to say thank you. I get busy, I forget sometimes, and I don't ever want to forget. So thank you for being here tonight and bidding and breaking with me, and happy holidays to everyone as well. We are looking right now at breaks that are going to be coming up over the next few days. So guys, it's kind of a light schedule, and it will be, off and on, intermittently a light schedule probably through the end of the year, even though we've got lots of things coming out because, family holidays, etc. Tomorrow night we have one new release that comes out tomorrow. That's Bowman's Best Baseball, and we will open a case of that just a little later than normal. We will start at 10:30 tomorrow night. And if you happen to be jumping into that break, please be aware that the invoices are probably going to be coming out to you a little bit closer to break time than maybe they normally would, because I'm going to probably be hitting the door running to get them out to you Friday and Saturday night. Saturday night we'll break Bowman's Best again along with a case of Optic, and once again it will be a later start time at 10:30. On Sunday we're going to do a couple of Topps football mixers. One of them will be Chrome from 2013, 14, and 15. The other one will be Strata from 2012, 13, 14, and 15. Monday night, of course, that is an off night on Christmas Eve. We are going to break on Christmas night, and I kind of intended to get more things than just one listed to break, but again, I got really sidetracked tonight dealing with a number of other things. And we just got one thing listed, so we'll break another master case of Revolution basketball on Christmas night, and it'll be our regular time at 10. So once again for tonight, here's what you need to know. We've got one free shipping break. That's our Hit Parade 3-peat basketball box. That's also going to be the first thing we open tonight. And because it's a free shipping item, it is projected to get out the door 6 or 7 days after an auction ends. So in this case, it should be on the way to you no later than Thursday, the 27th, a week from today. May very well go out sooner, but it shouldn't be any later than that. Our paid shipping breaks for tonight, that's Playbook and Revolution, should be on the way to you no later than Wednesday, the 26th. I do realize that's a little slower than normal, but keep in mind, guys, we got Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, holidays, etc. If I can get it to you faster than that, of course I will. And the last thing you need to know about is consolation cards. If you're in one of the breaks tonight, your team doesn't pull a single thing, not a base card, not an item, not one thing. You are still entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year, any series. Typically, I track that for a rolling 90-day period. And if it's the free shipping break, which is the 3-peat box tonight, I would hang on to it normally and send it with your next package because it's a free shipping break. But if you ask to have that sent sooner, I will gladly do so. On the paid shipping breaks, if you were to get skunked in Playbook, then it would, of course, your consolation cards would ship out simply with the rest of the break. Nobody's going to go without in Revolution. Tons of cards in there, so every team should pull some there. So first up tonight, 2018-19 Hit Parade 3-peat basketball box. This is break number 1 because, hey, this is the start of the 2018-19 series. We've been breaking 17-18 with Hit Parade up to this point. So, of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Thursday night, the 20th of December. You'll find team names, or rather bidder names across from team names, except for the 2 that didn't sell. Those are right there. That's the Clippers and the Grizzlies. If anything happens to come out for one of those 2 teams, it would simply hang out here with me because those teams were offered for sale but got no bids. And otherwise, if it comes out for one of you, well, you know the drill. We just went over all that shipping schedule, didn't we? Last but not least, I did just change the focus. That is why your background went out of focus a little bit, and that's simply because I don't use autofocus. So that's the deal there. Now, I think we're finally ready to go. Thank you for your patience. Well, I got us off to maybe a minute or 2 slow tonight. Out of the gate, trying to get caught up with my day. So who is here in chat? Why can't I find the front of this box? That's the next question. Scott's here. Jay Allen is here. Jake is here. Jay Allen, you have 3 in 3-peat and 3 in Revolution. All right. Scott's in for both of them too. Greg is here. Hi, Greg. And guys, there's your safety tape, whatever you want to call it, your security tape. Do they put it on the bottom now too? They do. Good. How about that? So that's how you know that it's all, you know, sealed up until we tear into it right now. Anyway, at least until then. I'm going to try to do this without ripping all that noisy cellophane off here because it's really loud if you take all that cellophane off. So that's our paper. Here's a jersey. Here's our photograph. Here's our basketball. All right. Now then, let's see what we got. Let's look at our basketball first. Is it going to tell us in the... It does. Oh, it's Phil Jackson. Now, why can't I see that? Did I not set my... Oh, it's the color. Oh, it's all the color washing out the camera. It's Phil Jackson. So I'm going to have to look that up on length of service in a minute if we ever can. Oh, boy. Now the little sticker's stuck to the paper. Oh, come on, man. It's been this kind of evening, I tell you. The day went pretty uneventfully, but this evening has just been, seems like one thing after another. So let's get old Phil Jackson, let's get a look at him here. And we'll have to go to NBA.com and look at length of service to make a determination on this one. It's JSA authenticated. There's your JSA sticker. There's our actual Phil Jackson autograph. We've got some kind of a paper in here too. It's all beat up, as you can tell. It's very wrinkled and whatever because it's, yeah, been rolled up with a basketball. So that's why. And somebody, I don't know, it's got a notary and all kinds of other stuff here. So a JSA letter of authenticity is what goes with Mr. Phil Jackson's autographed basketball here. So I will look that up in a hot second. First of all, let me get it out of the way because it's going to just roll around if I don't move it. So hang on 1 second, please. There we go. And I will look that up on NBA.com in a moment, but let's look at our other items in the box first, and then I will look that up and check it out. Then JSA authenticated for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's the Greek Freak. You can hardly see, you know, these pictures are so big, but right there you can see his name. And this must be, let's see if we can, I think this is your JSA authentication, your paper authentication in the back, if we can, just facing the wrong way, but let's shake it loose and yeah, there it is. So there's your paper JSA authentication and of course the sticker itself on the photograph. So that's a nice one for the Greek Freak, Giannis, and the Milwaukee Bucks with a good hit there on our autographed photograph. And what is this going to be? Is this Rick Barry? Who is this? It is a TriStar authenticated item. That's just a little piece of paper that, honestly, I don't even know for sure. I don't even think that that necessarily is item specific because all those always look the same. However, that little hologram sticker right there, that is item specific, and that is the most important part. And it is, of course, from TriStar. There is your autograph with a Hall of Fame inscription. This appears to be a custom jersey, and it is for the Golden State Warriors. So no authentic jersey tonight, or not authentic's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean. Not authentic's not the right word. But it is not an NBA license. Licensed is the word. So it's not a licensed jersey. It's a custom jersey for the Golden State Warriors there with Barry. TriStar authenticated. So the Warriors and the Bucks. And then let's look up our man Phil Jackson here and make sure that I don't call out the wrong information. So that is going to be based on length of service, unless obviously, well, he's a coach, so he's not going to be playing currently because he's way too old to be playing, right? These days, anyway. So let's look up our man Phil Jackson and see what's happening there. If he's who he's currently associated with or what his length of service is if he is not currently associated with someone. So let me get to NBA.com for Mr. Phil Jackson and we'll find out what's what here. Come on, NBA.com. Why you gotta make us wait? Yes, because it's been that kind of day. But not though. Not the whole day. Just tonight, I'm telling you. Crazy tonight. Okay, so Phil Jackson, what can the man tell us here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is as a player. He's got 10 years with the Knicks and 2 with the Nets. Now the other question is, because obviously that is not specific, right? There's no team information on that thing. So the only other thing I can look up is whether or not he has anything else that would supersede that, as in being currently associated. So let's look that up real quick and go from there. And by the way, I can't see your chat when I'm looking this stuff up because I use the iPad to look it up. So yeah, I don't think, I mean, he's not currently, is he? He's not currently with anyone, is he? As far as I know, since he got like canned with the Knicks, I don't think that he's with anybody else currently, but I'm trying to double check that to make sure. And I keep everything I get is always his playing record. I'm trying to find coaching wise. And of course, if it goes by playing record, it's obviously going to go to the Knicks. But what I am trying to determine, I think that's it, guys, because he's not a coach. I mean, he's not coaching anywhere, obviously, since he got canned most recently. So I don't believe there's anything that changes that. All right, so there you go. So that's going to be Knicks then. All right, now, oh, Scott says that box was terrible. You guys, you guys were not happy with that for real. I mean, I thought that was pretty good. You got you got Giannis in there autographed on the picture. You've got the Phil Jackson ball for the Knicks. I mean, I didn't think that was terrible, but I don't know. You guys do not seem to be too enthusiastic about our, our memorabilia box. So sorry, guys. All right, we are looking at this shipping information again. I'm sure everyone has seen it by now. If you have not, please take a minute, review what you see there. Hit me up with any questions. Once again, the order tonight, the three-peat box that we just completed, Playbook Football, which we are about to do, Revolution Basketball, bringing up the tail end. Of course, Playbook Football doesn't take too awfully long, so if you're waiting for Revolution, don't wander off too far. This is going to be an 8-box case of 2018 Playbook Football. It is a full inner case. It's break number 3. And our eBay end date, once again, is tonight, Thursday night, the 20th of December. Team names are on the left. Your name is up in lights across from your team on the right-hand side. More correctly, your eBay username is across from your team, not your specific name, I guess, right? We should clarify that. All right. Playbook Football has been pretty good to us as a whole. I've been really happy with what we've been pulling out of it. We do have, I think, 3 more 8-box cases of this, maybe 4 more, 3 or 4 more. And I will get some of those scheduled back in next week. So you can start looking for those again, probably like maybe the day after Christmas, or certainly, if not Wednesday of next week, Thursday of next week, we'll start working Playbook back into our rotation again with the with more of the 8-box cases. And of course, next week we've got on the 26th, the day after Christmas, we really do have Contenders basketball releasing. So we'll open that the day after Christmas. And Contenders football got moved. It was originally supposed to be the day after Christmas as well, but they moved it to, I think it's the 4th of January, if I remember right, so we won't have that. And Leaf Best of Football, or no, is it Best of Football? Yeah, I think Best of Football, not Greatest Hits. Leaf Best of Football should be here sometime next week. They first said it was going to be Friday, then they said it was going to be Wednesday, then somebody said maybe back to Friday, so I really don't know. I haven't listed it yet because I don't have any confirmation of the date that it's actually going to show up, but we'll see. We'll see what we've got. Jay Allen, you have the Nets, the Hornets, and the Pacers in Revolution. Okay. So, but you got to roll off tonight because you got to get some sleep. So you need us to work the mojo for you. Okay, man. We will do that. We will work that mojo for you. Scott, you didn't get into Playbook tonight because it was expensive. All right. Well, we got you in Revolution though, right? So you're going to have a shot in at Revolution, I think. Greg, you got some packages today, huh? With Troy Brown Jr. Gina's here. Hey, Gina. Jake, I'm not planning on doing any 16-box breaks of Playbook. at this time anyway. I just wasn't able to get nearly the amount of playbook that I wanted to get. I was surprised at how heavily allocated it was. I mean, I think I ended up with maybe 3 cases in total. I mean, as in 3 master cases, what you're calling a master case. I think I only ended up with 3 of those in total. Now, if I had managed to get myself 5 or 6, then yeah, we probably could have done some of those as 16 box breaks, you know, 2 8-box inners. But as it stands right now, I don't really have plans to do that. I mean, you know, I could change my mind somewhere along the way, but right now I don't really think so. So we'll kind of play it by ear. All right, let me get a few sleeves out here on the table and see what we can get going here. Greg, what did you say? Don't understand. What do we not understand? You said they don't understand. What do we not understand? Something that did I just say something that doesn't make sense? Probably. I would imagine so. I quite frequently say things that don't make sense. So I definitely could see how that would happen. This is Carry On Johnson. It is the Lions to 199 to get things started. Then we've got Jamon Moore coming out for the Green Bay Packers. I do see a little bit of chipping down there along that bottom edge. You can probably see it as well. Coming out for the Packers. Oh my gosh, Jay Allen, you have a 5 a.m. wake-up call. Are you flying tomorrow then, maybe traveling for the holidays or something? That's so aggressively early, isn't it? Oh, yeah, I don't like days like that where half the time I'm not even going to bed till 3 a.m. This is Devin Funchess to 299 for the Carolina Panthers. We're going to go to the middle because look who it is. It's Peyton Manning. We've got a little chipping down here, lower left in particular, that I see. And it is numbered to 299 on your Peyton Manning relic. Ooh, rewards points, boo. Josh Doxson. And that's numbered to 50. At least you got a nice 2-color relic there coming out for the Redskins. Oh, Greg, you're saying Leaf doesn't. Yeah, I know, right? Leaf, you never know what Leaf is going to do. And I have been trying to get someone there to call me back for the better part of 3 weeks. And they finally did today. I'm like, guys, my credit card that you have on file is not going to work when you try to ship stuff next week because the number got stolen and the card got replaced. This is numbered to 199, Marquez Valdez-Scantling and the Packers. Keep in mind, I've been telling them that for 3 weeks now, and no one would call me back. So finally today, I'm like, you do realize you're not going to get paid for next week if you don't call me back and get a new card number. And then finally they called me back. This is numbered to 75. It's a hit for the Vikings. You've got a little relic and autograph for John Randall and the Minnesota Vikings. And we have Talib for the Rams. That is numbered to 149. Ooh, we got a little grass stain on our relic. I love that. You guys know how happy that makes me. I mean, when they're game used, man, I want dirt. I want grass stains, blood, sweat, tears, the whole 9 yards. So I'm happy that the Rams got a grass stain out of that. 600 points, that is... Well, I'm glad that it's 600 instead of something that's not like 150 or something small. I'm glad it's at least 600 points. It should be in a product like this, but I'd rather not have points at all. But we do, and that's where it's going to sit, and we'll award it after the break. Numbered to 49, you have Josh Allen, nice rookie quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Fantastic relic on the left-hand side. Hard-signed autograph, of course, on the right. Some of these have a little bit of, creasing and things on the edges of those booklets, presumably where they were opened up or held open while they were being, assembled or signed or whatever the case might be. So, Jaleel Scott to 125 for the Baltimore Ravens. Ooh, Gina, you got a boo and a hiss in there. Scott's got everybody booing now. Scott, you're bad influence, man. Terrible influence. Here is Mike White and the Dallas Cowboys. That's numbered to 125. This one you can definitely see along the spine before we even open it up there. You've got varying little areas of white with just wear from having opened it to sign it or whatever they did with it. So Mike White and the Dallas Cowboys is our third booklet out of those sets. So Gina wants to buy the John Randall hit for the Vikings. So if anybody, whoever has the Vikings, if you're interested in selling it, it sounds like Miss Gina is interested in buying it. Scott says, imagine that, a cowboy. Yeah, well, man, again, you know, it's all in the product, and you just, didn't you hit some cowboy last night, but it wasn't an autograph. But again, you know, you got 4 hits per box in this. You have 1 autograph per box in Optic. So you got to keep all those things in mind when you're determining where you want to apply your resources. Larry Fitzgerald relic, that is numbered to 299 for the Arizona Cardinals. That's why, you know, this product's probably a little more expensive because it's got more hits. So it's going to cost you a little more to buy in, but you got better odds of hitting something with that number of hits. Numbered to 10, it is Damian Ratley for the Cleveland Browns. Le'Veon Bell, whatever Le'Veon Bell, that is game used, numbered to 299 for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Silly old Le'Veon Bell, like what? We don't even want to see that. Well, somebody does. It's still worth some money, but I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm moving on from Le'Veon. I need to sell my Le'Veon cards, as a matter of fact. This is Will, what does that say, Disley? Why do I not know this guy? I don't know this guy, but there he is. And he's for the Seahawks. He's not numbered, and I really don't know him. So I don't know why I don't know him, but I don't know him. But I do know Jair Alexander. Nice little rookie cornerback to 25 for the Green Bay Packers. Used to play up the road at Louisville. Kenny G used to come out a lot last year as a rookie. Haven't seen much of him this year. So Mr. Galladay makes an appearance to 199 for the Detroit Lions. Well, here's Jordan Lasley for the Ravens. Meanwhile, the Ravens just want Lamar Jackson, I bet. But we got Jordan Lasley to 25. I think that's your second Ravens hit, though. For the Kansas City Chiefs, we have Patrick Mahomes. And that is a 1/1 with an NFL shield. What the what? Okay. You're going to have to just sit tight for a minute now because I have something I need to get. Yeah, because you guys know like how happy it makes me to pull the NFL Shield. You guys know I love it. I do. And then it's Pat Mahomes. And then it's a 1/1. And I know it's not his rookie year anymore. I don't really care that it's not his rookie year anymore because he's just been spectacular all year long. And so if you have the Kansas City Chiefs, there's your nice hit. And yeah, I'm just going to give you that mag case. You know why? Because, yeah, it's a 1/1 and it's Pat Mahomes and it's the NFL Shield. And I like it. So there you go. Somebody just had an exceptionally good hit. Told you Playbook is good to us. I wasn't lying to you. Here is Clay Matthews. Green Bay Packers continue to hit. This one is numbered 225 with a relic and an autograph attached. Oh, Armory, baby. And it's Calvin Ridley for the Falcons to 25. And they're all the same color relic again. Daggone it. They did this to us with Our Josh Rosen for the Cardinals, they did the exact same thing. They gave us 6 red relics. Same thing there, 6 red relics. Come on, Panini. We want some more color in there. How about? The Giants, man, I was hoping that was going to be Saquon for you. It is Kyle Lauletta. Once again, your edges, the spine there with a little bit of wear here and there on it. Nothing too extreme. And there is Mr. Kyle Lauletta's relic and autograph. He is numbered to 99, if I did not say that already. And here comes Ty Montgomery. The Packers are kind of crushing this. This is red zone to 25. I like the red zone booklets. The photograph is always really cool. And then you've got the nice relic to go along with it. So red zone booklets, always a lot of fun. Greg, I would love for my Steelers to beat the Saints this weekend. I don't know if it's going to happen or not, man, but I absolutely would love it if they did. but I don't think that, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we'll see. Greg, you calling this a lemon case? You don't think this is a good case? Really? I mean, I do. I think it's a good case, but I don't know. This is Corey Davis and the Tennessee Titans. It is numbered to 299. Honestly, once I saw the rewards points, I was pretty sure we were going to have at least one very nice hit in here. And sure enough, we did. That is Doug Baldwin and the Seahawks to 299. Next up, we have DJ Moore and the Carolina Panthers. DJ Moore relic is numbered 250 for Carolina. Sony Michel makes an appearance for the Patriots, numbered to 199. I'm sure everybody saw Josh Gordon is pretty well done. He got suspended again for violating the terms of his reinstatement, as did what's his head that played for us that we dumped off to the Raiders. Also, that he was a week or two ago, got the boot again. But Josh Gordon, I'd say, poor kid, he just can't get himself right. I think his NFL career might be done. That is to 199. That is Alejandro Villanueva for my Pittsburgh Steelers. But you know, really where Josh Gordon is concerned, it's more important that the kid just get himself right and straightened out than the football part of that, obviously. Jamon Moore and the Green Bay Packers, that one is not numbered. Now it is Marquez Valdez-Scantling to 125 for the Green Bay Packers, who have hit an extraordinary amount in here, it seems like. Maybe they haven't, but it seems like they have. A little bit of wear on the spine of your booklet. Our last booklet out is Dante Pettis to 99 for the 49ers. Nice relic over here. Looks like part of the number maybe. And, of course, your hard-signed autograph for San Francisco. Before we recap, we have a 600 points reward point card that we need to find a home for. And here's how that's going to happen. I'm going to bring you along with me. We're going to first head over to our spreadsheet where I'm simply going to copy all of the team names. We're going to take those and head over to random.org where I'm going to paste them in. And I will hit randomize one single time, and whoever ends up in the first, hang on. Whoever ends up in the first bidding position at that point in time is going to take home that rewards point card. Let's see if I can't get us back. There we go. Now we're on the right page. Let's try that one more time. And here's our list randomizer. So if you guys ever wonder how this works, when I have 9 or fewer items in a list, I do random 3 times. When we have 10 or more, like we do right now, we do a single time. scrolling down through so you can see all of the teams are in fact pasted in as they should be. We're going to randomize once, and whoever comes out on top is going to take that home. And it looks like it's headed to the Denver Broncos with the 600 rewards points. But you can actually get some stuff with 600 points. I mean, you can get some stuff with any amount of points, but you could get some stuff that you might want with the 600 points on one card. And of course, if for those of you who might be hoarding points, remember they did put in the Kaboom inserts multi-sport, but those are now available in as a reward. I think it's 2,500 or something like that, maybe, perhaps. Okay, so let me catch up on chat here real quick, see if I've missed anything, and then we're going to, Barry, it looks like somebody answered you on that, and we are going to recap right now. So if you hang tight, Barry, you'll get a chance to check out what you pulled in here. And yeah, Greg says it should be 1,500 rewards points. Yeah, you don't see those too often. But we did get 600, and it is headed to, the Broncos. I'm in such the habit of flipping stuff over. Yeah, did not mean to flip that over, but habits. To recap, we have a Jamon Moore for the Green Bay Packers. We have Jordan Lasley to 25 for the Ravens. To 75, it's John Randall. And the Vikings to 199, another Packer, Marquez Valdez-Scantling. There's Josh Doxson to 50. For the Redskins, there's Peyton Manning to 299 for the Colts. That's the one you wanted to see, isn't it? So let's let Barry get another little look there at his Peyton Manning relic, since I know he's here to see it. To 299, Devin Funchess and the Panthers. Green Bay Packers once again, Jamon Moore with another relic. Kerryon Johnson for the Lions to 199. I believe he's shut down for the year too, isn't he, with an injury? I'm pretty sure Kerryon has been shut down for the year. I think he's on IR now, as a matter of fact. Alejandro Villanueva for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Sony Michel out for the Patriots. DJ Moore and the Panthers. Then we have the Seahawks. Doug Baldwin. A little Corey Davis and the Tennessee Titans. Clay Matthews to 25 for the Packers. The Lions with Kenny Golladay. Then the Packers again to 25 with Jair Alexander. And we have Disley for the Seahawks. I just don't know that guy. I don't know why I don't know that guy. I don't ever remember hearing about or seeing that guy before. Le'Veon Bell and the Steelers. The Browns to 10 with Damian Ratley. Larry Fitzgerald and the Arizona Cardinals. The Rams with the nice Talib that is actually game used with a grass stain on it. Yay. To 149. Our booklets, Dante Pettis and the 49ers. Number 299, Marquez Valdez-Scantling to 125 for the Green Bay Packers. A red zone, Ty Montgomery, also for the Packers. Once again, guys, these spines have little bits of wear on them here and there. That is numbered to 25. Kyle Lauletta to 99 for the Giants. Calvin Ridley Armory to 25 for the Falcons. And they give us all 6 red relics. Like, I hate when they do that. That really bums me out. When you get Armory and you have 6 relics, you know, I want to see some variation in there. Like some pieces of the football or the gloves or a shoelace or like anything besides just 6 red relics. That's Mike White to 125 for the Dallas Cowboys. Jaleel Scott and the Ravens to 125. And then Josh Allen's also a nice hit coming out for the Buffalo Bills. Very nice relic on the left. Of course, hard signed auto on the right. Good hit there for the Bills with Josh Allen. And then our best little hit in the case. Oh, yeah. If you've got the Kansas City Chiefs, Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Look what you just hit. 1 of 1, Pat Mahomes with an NFL shield. And, yeah, if you've got the Chiefs, that pretty well happy holidays to you, my friend. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we are now going to head into some Revolution basketball. If I can get myself on the right page, then I'll get you on the right page right along behind me if I can manage to accomplish getting myself there. I know, right? Okay, so what you are looking at right now is information that's been up there a couple times already, so there's a reasonably good chance that you have already seen it. However, if you jumped in late or you weren't paying attention earlier, you fell asleep, you took a nap, you walked the dog, whatever, please take a minute and look at the information that you see up there. It gives you an anticipated shipping date as well as information about consolation cards. Consolation cards really aren't going to apply to Revolution because every team's got to pull cards, but it certainly does apply to Playbook and the 3-peat that we've already completed. Hit me up if you have questions about any of that. We are headed into a 16-box master case break of 2018-19 Revolution basketball. This is a full master case. It's break number 3. And you know what I forgot to check? Yeah, I forgot to check and see if that other team paid. So can you hang on 1 second? Let me put you back here for 1 hot second, please. And let me go back and see where we are, who is paid and who has not, to see if we need to move anybody anywhere anyhow. And it looks like, oh, I didn't realize too, I had an unpaid team in Playbook, which I didn't see, or I probably would have done something with that because it was... Well, too late. I didn't see it, and it's too late now. So we do have 1 unpaid team here in Revolution, but it's a relatively low-cost team, so I don't really think I am going to go through the ordeal of trying to move that team. I think we're just going to go right back where we were and let it rip and hope I get paid. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but we'll hope for the best. The holiday spirit and all. So once again, you have the team names on the left-hand side, and then the winning bidders are across from it. Across from its team. Sorry, I was multitasking, reading your all's chat there. Yeah, I know, guys. There's always people that don't pay. Not always. There are some nights that there are not, but many nights there are people who don't. And usually I do offer those teams up for resale at the time we break it. Especially I would have done that in Playbook because it's a high value, high dollar team. However, I did not notice it somehow. I had only noticed that we had Revolution pending, and so it didn't even register that I needed to think about reselling that, or we definitely would have. So I may end up on the hook there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get paid or not. And this one in Revolution, honestly, it's less than $20. And so if it gets paid, it gets paid. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just don't feel like slowing down the break tonight to try to deal with it. It's kind of the deal. So this is 2 8-box cases, which I'm currently trying to extract from the master case. And not doing a very good job of it. So let's try plan B. This might make the camera shake, and if it does, apologies in advance. All right, there we go. Now, let me get one on the floor and one on the table, and let's rock on. So, of course, we're going to take these out 8 at a time because that's how they are packaged, 8 to a case. So we're going to do the first 8-box case. Then once we have it opened up and out of the way, then we're going to do the second 8-box case and see how we do with that. So there is one case hit, and it's a galactic is what it is called. It's a galactic insert. And those galactic are not numbered. I've always wondered why Panini doesn't number them, but they don't. but you do only pull one per 16 box case. So we're not going to find one in each 8 box inner. We're going to find one overall amongst our 16 boxes. Autographs in here are not on any sort of real guarantee. So in other words, they don't tell us, oh, every box is going to have one or every other box is going to have one. In fact, their marketing materials would tell us that really we're only due to hit 6. But in general, this year, we have been finding 8 now. So the reality of it is it can fall anywhere in between there. So we might hit 6, we might hit 7, we might hit 8, but we should fall somewhere kind of within that range in terms of our autographs. The trade-off to not having autographs in every single box is the checklist is usually pretty good. And you get some nice autographs, desirable veterans, as well as, of course, our rookies. The other nice thing about it is that most of the autographs in here are going to be hard-signed on-card autographs. So that is cool. And we'll find a handful of numbered cards. The options are Cosmic, which is to 100, Sunburst numbered to 75, Cubic numbered to 50, Lava numbered to 10. And then we've got a whole bunch of other patterns which are not numbered at all. And I'll identify those the first time or two that we see them. And then after that, unless you want me to continue reading them out, I may not read them out the rest of the way through. And those are Astro and Groove, Fractal, and Impact. And of course Galactic, but as I said, Galactic is a case hit. So that's how that works. Latchman is here. Hi, Latch. What's happening, man? Yeah, don't slide yourself off the back of that treadmill, man. We were talking about that the other night. I said if I tried to text while I was on a treadmill, I would shoot myself right off the back of that sucker, and it would look like a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner cartoon, you know? Like he was always doing something to damage himself. Wile E. Coyote was. That would be me. That would be me if I were trying to text while on a treadmill. So this, of course, is just a Rookie Revolution insert. We're going to find loads of these, and for the most part, they're not going to be numbered. If one is numbered, I will let you know. That one was Marvin Bagley. This pattern is Impact, and you can probably remember that because it looks like, if you think about the old Batman cartoons, and he always have the word bubbles above their heads where it'd say, bam, pow, like that. Yeah, looks like that. So that's how you can recognize Impact if you are so inclined to do so. Another insert that we'll find plenty of, Supernova. And one more time, those are not numbered. This is numbered. It is Sunburst. It's to 75, and it is Gortat for the Clippers. Base pattern, of course, is the ones I'm not naming out. It's, you know, there's tons of the base pattern that we see in there. It looks, I don't know, kind of like shimmer, kind of like rain. Astro is the pattern with all the little stars in it. And there's a Shockwave Donovan Mitchell, followed by a Shockwave Kristaps. And what else do we have? This one is Fractal, Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. Fractal, those aren't another set that is unnumbered. Or another pattern, I should say. It's not a set, it's a pattern. Where's our autograph? Where are you, autograph? Vortex, Kyrie Irving. This one is Groove. So the little circles there, like you're looking through a kaleidoscope sort of thing. It's called Groove. Where is our autograph, man? Not coming out of box number 1. See, I thought I was feeling it too. When I chose that box, I was feeling it. Like, we're going to hit an autograph out of box number 1. It's going to be a big one. And then no. So whatever groove I was feeling was incorrect. Because anything come out of that box autograph-wise. Oh, well. Sometimes my groove is wrong. That was one of them. Oh, I got you. Yeah, on the open team latch, you know what? I just decided that I wasn't even going to fool with it tonight. I do appreciate the offer to pick it up, though, but I just let it ride with its original owner, and maybe they will pay for it. Hopefully, they will. I really, though, I would not have let that ride in Playbook, however, because that was a sum of money. If I had noticed that that wasn't paid before the break, and I just didn't notice it. So, see, that's another hazard of I got caught up in email tonight. I was working on, I was having a conversation back and forth with someone who had a question about some redemptions and things, and I don't know, anyway, it was a series of emails back and forth that ended up taking a fair amount of time altogether. And then when I looked up, I was like, oh gosh, it's time to go do the break. And I looked at what was unpaid, but the only thing I noticed was Revolution. So I thought, yeah, well, we won't worry about that again until time to break Revolution. I just looked right over that one in Playbook, and it was a big one too. So I really hope I get paid for it, but probably won't. That is a Rookie Revolution Herder insert, and there was a Groove that went by. And Cosmic, or Astro, rather, that's not Cosmic, that's Astro. There's LeBron, Shockwave, and a Groove. Fractal with Jarrett Allen. Shockwave, John Wall. And this is Cubic. And it's Marvin Bagley, so that's kind of cool. Got a nice little Marvin Bagley rookie to 50 with your Cubic insert there, so that's not too shabby if you've got the Kings. You can definitely put together sometimes a package of the numbered things and do okay. That was Astro, especially out of Revolution, because that is a lot of what comes out of it. Lauri Markkanen, we hit him out of the last case as well for the Bulls. So he's our first autograph. I just had the feeling on the wrong box, didn't I? Just didn't grab the right box. And that is Mr. Lauri Markkanen for the Chicago Bulls, our first autograph coming out tonight. So Bulls draw first blood, if you will. And that is box 2. Thomas, you said, are there any one-of-ones? You know, I'm sure there are probably one-of-ones in Revolution. I've never really thought about it, but I would assume that there are. There's one-of-ones. Now, where did I cut that a while ago? There are one-of-ones in, I think, everything, really. So, yeah, I don't know. You would logically think, though, that they would have, like Galactic being the case hit, you would think some of those would be numbered or would be one-of-ones or something, but they're not numbered anyway. But they are still worth some money. I mean, Scott pulled, who'd you say it was the other night? It was a UK guy. Oh, who was it? Oh, Karl Anthony Towns, I think it was. Scott got out of a different break, but he pulled the Galactic. So, of course, you know, again, not autographed, not numbered, but everybody kind of knows it's case hit. I think he said he sold it for like $125 or $120 or... Anyway, it was good. It was a good return on investment. So, sometimes the moral of the story is they don't always have to be autographed to net you a nice return. Jason said there are definitely one-of-ones in here. I felt like there were. There pretty much are in every product. I just personally didn't remember seeing one, so I couldn't tell you 100% for sure. That is Astro. This is Nowitzki, Fractal, Dion Waiters, and the Heat. Supernova, Ben Simmons. Sunburst to 75, Kyrie and the Celtics. Yeah, Revolution is one that I tend to open like right when it comes out, and then I don't usually go back and open more of it, so then I don't see it again for a year. I forget things in between. That is Groove. And MKG Astro, Vortex Blake Griffin, a Vortex Kyle Kuzma that is also Impact is the pattern name. Here comes the 76ers and Zaire Smith, who we have been pulling an incredible amount lately. Like, we've been pulling so much Zaire Smith lately, haven't we? I'm not just crazy. I really do think we've been pulling him a lot. And not just in this either. Like in Flawless Collegiate and in this and in, seems like a couple of other things. He's just been coming out a lot. Astro went by. There's Rookie Revolution for Jerome Robinson, and a Groove made an appearance. And I see it didn't do me much good to cut these, and then I can't figure out what side I cut them on, did it? I know. I told you all it's been one of those nights. Not so much during the day. The day went uneventfully, but this evening has just been a mess. A hot mess. Jason, you said the autographs do all have 1-of-1 parallels. Okay, cool. Well, maybe we'll find us one tonight. Scott, remind me, who do you have in here again? I know you needed us to work the mojo for you. I cannot remember who you told me you have in here. So refresh my memory, please, so we can see if we can help you out here or not. Greg, you said Batman in box 2. You were talking about Impact. I know. I have weird ways of associating things, don't I? But every time I see Impact, that's exactly what I think of. The Batman cartoon with Adam West. It wasn't really even a cartoon. It just seems like it was because the costumes and stuff are so, you know, obviously dated when you go back and watch it now. But it was, you know, the Adam West Batman. They would do those little word bubbles and things. Bam, pow, you know, like that. Astro. Shockwave, Dwight Howard. That is a Fractal Markel Fultz. And this is Astro Devontae Graham. A Liftoff die cut, our first die cut for tonight. Dennis Smith Jr. and the Mavericks. We'll find, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 die cuts before it's all over with. There's an Amari Spellman fractal. Nice little rookie fractal. Shockwave James Harden. Here's a cubic Mitchell Robinson. So another cubic rookie. Numbered to 50 for the Knicks. I think that's who Gina likes, isn't it? I think it is. The Heat and the Rockets. All right, Heat and the Rockets we need to work on. That's Astro Zach Randolph. And a Vortex Lonzo. And there's Groove. The nice thing about Revolution is, even though there's a lot of boxes, 16 boxes in the case, it doesn't really take all that long to break. That's another reason that it's easy to do by the 16 box master, because it's not like you have to spend 4 hours breaking it. You can knock it out in a reasonable amount of time. And for those of you who were in the Tuesday night break of Revolution, your cards are headed out tomorrow. I got them all ready tonight, but not until after the post office is closed. So those will actually be heading out to you tomorrow, which I think is a little bit ahead of what I projected it would be. I stayed up pretty late and got up pretty early trying to get as much on the way to you guys as I can before we hit the holidays next week. All right. There's Groove again. Shockwave Karl Anthony Towns. And there's Ben Simmons and the Sixers, numbered to 100, Cosmic. So even though there is, Cosmic is numbered higher you know, to 100. I find fewer numbered cosmic cards, I think, than I do others. Isn't that kind of weird? It's Astro. I mean, it should be the opposite. Should find more of those than we find of Sunburst or Cubic, but really we don't. And this rookie, this guy's been following me around all year. We pull him once again, Mo Bamba and the Magic. I have pulled a ton of Mo Bamba this year in a variety of products. Astro. I think Mo must have done a lot of signing. That is Impact. Colin Sexton. Cosmic. Impact. And the base. Greg, you got some packages today from me, did you? Or a package today from me? Yeah, you never know. Sometimes you might get multiple in one day, because depending. If I send, say, for instance, one out by first class, and then maybe a day or sometimes even 2 days later, another one goes out that was really heavy and maybe went out by priority mail, might get there on the same day, even though it was shipped later. I know that's happened to a few of you before, where you get a bunch all at once. Greg, you've watched a lot of Revolution breaks. What have you noticed about the pattern? You noticed any particular interesting patterns or correlation or anything? Any tricks of the trade, in other words? So we do have one more 16-box masterpiece of this. That's what we're going to break on Christmas night. I intended to also break Playbook again on Christmas night, and I just didn't get it listed. So it will only be Revolution, but it'll still be a nice, by then I'll be ready to have a little break, so I think it'll be a good little break for me anyway. There's Groove that went by. Hopefully some of you will join me. That's Impact. There's Cosmic. A Liftoff for the Thunder and Russell Westbrook. Groove. Cosmic. Not Cosmic. Astro. Do that every time. Astro. Groove. Cosmic or numbered, Astro or not. That is Astro again for MKG. There is a Vortex Kawhi Leonard. And there's a nice little Shockwave Larry Markkanen Cubic to 50. Loading up on Markkanen tonight, aren't we? Yes, Jason, there are 8 more boxes. This is just the first 8-box case. We will have more coming along here momentarily. Sorry, give me 1 second here. My sister and my brother-in-law are on the road tonight, and it's just terrible, rainy, horrible weather they've been driving in, and I just saw a text pop up. I want to make sure that there wasn't anything going on there in that regard that I needed to know about, because they're not quite here yet. Driving from Pennsylvania, so up in your neck of the woods, Greg. Well, actually, I think you're farther north in Pennsylvania than where they're coming from. They're coming from 84, Pennsylvania, which is near Pittsburgh. Greg, you've seen a lot of 76ers and 1 Kobe Bryant. I don't know if any of you have ever watched, there's a video, it started circulating again after Penny Marshall died a few days ago, but it was Ron Artest. I think he still goes by Meta World Peace these days, but back when he was still Ron Artest, before he decided to be Meta World Peace, he did a little thing at Penny Marshall's house where he went down and looked at all of her memorabilia. And she, if you don't know this about Penny Marshall, she collected lots of things, and sports memorabilia was one of them. And she has an extremely valuable, massive collection of sports memorabilia. And so Ron Artest took a camera crew in there and went over some of the stuff with her. This is Marc Gasol Astro. And one of the things she had in there was a Kobe Bryant autographed basketball. That's Groove. That she bought at some kind of a charity event. So she like bid on it and won it at a charity event. That's Groove. And at some point after she won it and had it displayed, you know, at her house down there in the sports memorabilia collection, Kobe was at her house. This is Joel Embiid for Vortex. This is another cubic. Lots of cubic tonight. LeBron James to 50 for the Lakers. And so she shows Kobe, you know, she's like, hey, I got this basketball autographed by you from charity event, whatever. And Kobe says, it's not my signature. And she's like, wait, what? It's got a COA, and I got it at a charity thing, and etc. This is Fractal for the Clippers, Lou Williams. And sure enough, it was a fake Kobe Bryant autograph on that ball. Kevin Huerter for Astro. Vortex, that's an Impact Omari Spellman. But the good news is, if you're Penny Marshall, you got Kobe right there at your house. So he just signed it. The same ball that had his fake signature. He put his actual real signature on it while he was there at her house. So, you know, that's kind of cool, right? But so, yeah, just goes to show that even charities, I guess, get duped somewhere along the way. Who knows where they got it, but anyway, crazy. Scott, when I lived in California, Penny Marshall lived on Franklin Avenue, which is not exactly Hollywood, but kind of Hollywood. Kind of more, I guess you'd technically call that more maybe North Hollywood. Now, she's probably moved since then, so I don't know where she lived in recent years, but that's where she lived when I lived there. But she also had a house or an apartment or a whatever in New York and somewhere else. Because I was working on, you guys might remember, do you guys remember Beanie Babies? Right? Those crazy little collectible toys. Well, they like swept across the country like a tidal wave, and especially it, you know, hit out in the LA market, and I was out there and I thought, I can probably track these down, make a little money on them. So for a while, I did Beanie Baby shows. And y'all can laugh all you want, but I'm going to tell you what, you come out of one of those shows, you might have $12,000 or $15,000 cash after about like a 4-hour show. So there was a lot of money in it. That is Astro. And anyway, so Penny Marshall collected Beanie Babies. This is James Harden Impact for the Rockets. And not only did she want the full set, which if you know anything about Beanie Babies, you know is really hard to put together the full set, especially the old stuff. Not only did she want the full set, she wanted a full set for both her California residence there in North Hollywood and the one in wherever it was, New York, I think. And the 76ers Zaire Smith hits again. This is cubic, and it is numbered to 50. And so I ran into her at actually at a movie premiere, and we were talking about Beanie Babies, and she says, oh, can you help me get these Beanie Babies? This is Fractal, because I don't have, you know, she named off a bunch of rare ones. Ooh, look at this, kids. Speaking of rare ones, there it is for the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, indeed. There is Luka Doncic. Very nice hit for Dallas with your hard-signed autograph of the man. Best rookie in the class. Right there. Coming out for the Mavericks. So, yeah, I'm liking this case right about now. I'd say you are too if you have the Dallas Mavericks. That is Liftoff Anthony Davis die cut. Groove, and that is the last of our first 8-box case, but we got another one to go. So anyway, she wanted help finding some of these rare Beanie Babies, and you know, you guys kind of know how I am, or maybe you don't, but many of you probably do. When I do something, I just jump in with both feet. So when I started doing Beanie Babies, I had like a whole Beanie Baby network. I am not even kidding you. I did. I had Beanie Baby connections all over the country, and even up in Canada, and like all these little out of the way places, like where I had to take boats out to islands and get stuff. I mean, it was intense, but you would not believe the amount of money I made the year that I decided to dedicate to Beanie Babies. But anyway, so I said, yeah, I can probably find that for you. Just, give me a few days. And she says, well, I've been looking for this forever. There's, I don't think you can find this in a few days. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can, but, give me your number and I'll let you know what I come up with. And so 3 or 4 days later, I worked my little network, my Beanie Baby network, and I found it. And, took it up to her, and she paid me, and she was happy. And then I became like her Beanie Baby dealer, I guess is the way to say it. So anyway, that's how I know Penny Marshall. When she collects things, the point of that story was when she collects things, she goes all out, and she wanted it in like everywhere she lived. She wanted it. A similar collection in every location. So I have no idea what all she had in New York, but she had a lot of stuff in LA, sports memorabilia wise. But you should, if you haven't, the video is pretty cool if you've never seen it. The one that Ron Artest did, showing some of her stuff. And I mean, it didn't even begin to really touch on all the stuff that is down there, but I think a lot of it goes to, like Cooperstown and places like that, I think have dibs on it now that she's passed. Like it was maybe she decided they could have first pick of some of that stuff and that sort of thing. So I imagine that some of that stuff is going to end up in some nice places like that. Oh, yeah, no, Scott, she didn't, she definitely, you said local. Local for me then, yes, because I lived in West Hollywood. So when I was out there, that was local for me at that time. That's Astro. But as I said, she also had a place in New York, and she probably had others too. I don't know. It's Jason Tatum Groove. That is an Impact Kevin Durant and the Warriors. Supernova, Jalen Brunson. Is that lava? It is. See, I about set that down. I'm like, wait a minute. That is, in fact, lava, numbered to 10. As if the Mavericks weren't already happy with their Luka. Now you've got a nice lava to 10 to go along with. How about that? But I know it seems so silly, though, now to talk about Beanie Babies and all that. And that's, like I laugh as I say it. But, man, there was a lot of money to be made in that. There really was. And you really only had to work shows on the weekends. The rest of the time, of course, you had to track it down. So I did spend a lot of time developing my Beanie Baby network. But what are you going to do? Fractal, Justin Jackson. Yeah, it was, it was kind of crazy back in those days. And I got started in the Beanie Baby thing in such a weird way. I had a friend here in Kentucky when I was living in California who said, listen, my kids are into this Beanie Baby thing. This is how I got started in it. And can you find some of these for me? And I was like, well, find them where? And she's like, at Hallmark or, a bunch of stores carry them. She's like, they're not very much money. She didn't tell me anything more than that. So I said, well, all right, just tell me what ones you want. So I went in and asked a couple of people for them, and they looked at me like I had 20 heads. And finally someone explained to me what they were and how it worked and how rare they were and all that sort of stuff. And oh boy, and then I was off to the races. But it was fun while I did it. Latchman, you said you have a couple of boxes filled with Beanie Babies. I know my sister got into collecting them. My dad even had some. I mean, it was a thing. It was a huge thing for a good long while. It was gosh, I mean, but you know what? I did meet some really cool people doing it, and actually have friends today that I am still friends with that I met doing shows, other dealers and things. That is Fractal for the Cavaliers. So for me, it was a lot of fun, but I guess everybody's got their own Beanie Baby story from some kind of collectible, Furbies or something, you know. We've probably all been through it somewhere along the way. That is Goran Dragic. That is numbered to 100. It is Cosmic for the Heat. Oh, Scott, you met Steve Zahn. I think you might have mentioned that to me, that he was really nice. I think that was you, right? He lives in, oh, good grief, other side of Paris, Cynthiana, I think. Right around in Cynthiana area, I think, is where Steve Zahn lives, I assume, where he still lives. There's a nice hit for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's Damian Lillard. Yes, I do like this case, kids. We have hit some nice things out of here so far. Latchman, you said you collect a bunch of crap. Astro. Oh, listen, we all have. And at one time, though, I mean, you made good money at one time with Beanie Babies. It's just the problem is if you held them too long, that's where you got into the problem. Liftoff Dennis Smith Jr. And there is Fractal Anthony Simons. But, you know, that's why the card thing is a good thing for me to be in, because it's always new stuff coming out. So there's always something I can chase down or track down or try to hit, and that keeps me occupied. So I don't like being in things that are stagnant, where it's just the same thing all the time. So card breaks are good for me in that sense, because it's different products and different sports and new stuff comes out all the time, and it's a nice hectic sort of pace, and that's what I do well with. I don't do well if I have loads and loads of free time and I have to do the same thing over and over. So it's perfect for me. Scott, you said Beanie Friends? Yeah, I guess you could call them that. You could definitely call them Beanie Friends. But there were tons of people doing it on the weekends, you know, because that's really the shows there were shows every single weekend all up and down the coast. You could just pick the one you wanted to go to, and pretty much every Saturday and Sunday you could set up and make a little money. Alrighty, we have a Vortex for, does that look like it's a pattern? Kemba Walker. I thought we had a pattern on there that was different, but I guess we don't. And there's Groove from Melvin Frazier. Cosmic, Astro, I mean. See, I told you I'd do it about 10 more times. Miles Bridges, Rookie Revolution. Groove went by, a Rookie Revolution for Ayton. Another cubic. We've hit an incredible amount of cubics out of this case, way more than normal. Kevin Love to 50 for the Cavaliers. I mean, that's good. I'm happy that we are, but it is unusual. Astro went by again. Supernova Anthony Davis. There's a Groove. Of course, LeBron James, there's Fractal now talking about how great it would be to play with Anthony Davis. And so somebody asked AD about it after his game, I guess last night, night before last, that, you know, LeBron's made all these comments about how great it'd be to play with him. And Anthony Davis says, yeah, you know, that's great, but I don't care. He's like, yeah, I was interested in the Pelicans. I don't care. I don't know. For some reason, I don't really want Anthony Davis to go to the Lakers, and I don't quite know what my reasoning is, other than maybe I Just don't want him to be completely overshadowed by LeBron James. And I think LeBron James probably overshadows anybody ever. And I guess rightfully so. And I love Anthony Davis. Love him. I would like for him to be able to go somewhere where he can win consistently and not have to have himself scoring 50 every night to get the win. But I don't know that I want him to go to the Lakers. Is that bad? Kind of bad, I guess. But I don't want him to go to the Celtics either, for that matter. And I know they've already said they intend to heavily pursue him. Latchman, I used to have a lot of comic books too. I sold most of my comic books though. I don't really have, oh, what a case this is. Oh, there comes Marvin Bagley out for the Kings. Very nice indeed. Now if we just hit Ayton, we'll be like in business, won't we? What is wrong with that sleeve? I cannot get there, that one opened up. So there's a nice Marvin Bagley and the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, this is a good case. So far, so good. Astro. Shockwave Lonzo. Fractal Javon Carter. So we need to now hit Ayton. Who else should be on our wish list in here? Jaren Jackson Jr. maybe. And Trae Young. Let's see if we can hit some of them out of here. It's Groove. Cosmic to 100. Jokic for the Nuggets. And of course we need to hit something for Scott too. So we gotta hit something for Scott. So gotta squeeze that in coming out of these last few boxes too. This is a Liftoff die cut DeRozan for the Spurs. There is my man Boogie Cousins on a Vortex Impact. That is Fractal for the Lakers with Brandon Ingram. All right, we are 2/3 of the way done. We have 4 boxes remaining here out of our 16. So we still have a little time left to make some magic happen out of our last 4 boxes. Scott, you want the Galactic. I know we haven't found the Galactic yet. Like, where is it anyway? We should be seeing that pretty soon too, I think. Oh, Mickey, yeah, Troy Brown for the Wizards. We need to find you a little Troy Brown Jr. coming out of here too. Latchman, what is the Cow Palace? I don't know what that is. You said when you were living in the Bay Area, every weekend you were at the Cow Palace, but I don't know what that is. I didn't spend a lot of time up in San Francisco. My boyfriend at that time was from that area. And so every once in a while, we would go up there. Actually, his parents, really, I guess their house was more in the Silicon Valley area. So every once in a while, I went up to San Francisco area, but not very often. You know, he lived down in Silver Lake when I lived in West Hollywood. So did not spend a whole lot of time up there, but made a few trips. There's Astro again. Vortex Giannis. There's a Shockwave Impact Markkanen. That is an Impact Ben Simmons for the 76ers. Vortex. Oh, and a Cosmic Kyle Korver to 100. That, of course, is for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, the Convention Center. Okay. How did I not know that that was referred to as the Cow Palace? I did not know that. That is Astro. I guess that tells you I spent no time in the Bay Area for sure. It's Miles Bridges, Buddy Hield Fractal. There is our case hit. And it is for the 76ers. Shockwave Embiid. Galactic right there. You know, we hit an Embiid autograph out of our last case. So the Sixers coming out okay tonight with that, for sure. Impact Grayson Allen and the Jazz. Oh, Greg, you listed your Troy Brown autograph on eBay. We'll have to see what you let's see where you end up with it. I assume you listed auction format, right? I know, Scott. I know we were trying to get you that Galactic case hit, man. It hung on till almost the bitter end, too. That sucker not coming out till we were way into the break. But I guess it's better, I think, really, when it comes out more towards the end than the beginning. Like all the big stuff comes out towards the front of something, the front of a box or the front of a pack or whatever, the front of a case, then it's kind of like, you know, like, there's not as much to look forward to now. And this is Astro. So I kind of like it when it hangs out to close to the end. That is Fractal. LaMarcus Aldridge. Ooh, a redemption. That'll hang out to the end because we're not going to flip it till the end. How about that? Keep you in suspense. Shockwave Jason Tatum and Impact LeBron James. There's Groove. There's a Vortex. Here's another Cubic. This one is for the Hornets to 50 with Nicholas Batum. Last one, you said this is a 76ers case. Ooh, I don't know, man. I might have to say that this was a Dallas Mavericks case, considering you pulled that Luka autograph. Yeah, I might. Right now, I would say the Dallas Mavericks are winning this one, because Luka is the signature to have right now out of this rookie group. But certainly the 76ers are having a nice break getting the Galactic and the Zaire Smith. But I think Luka is a nice one. Marvin Bagley's nothing to sneeze at either for the Kings. So, you know, we'll have to see what our last two boxes hold. And then, of course, we've still got the redemption, too. So, can't give up quite yet. You don't know who might be on the other side of that. Oh, yeah, Greg, for sure. Luka's the best one in here that we've hit tonight, for sure. And, of course, I think he's the best rookie, too, so. Of course, everybody probably thinks that now, but I thought that in the draft, too, before the draft. Astro. Rookie Revolution, Jerome Robinson. There's a Groove. Astro, lots of Astro, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, isn't there? Seems like we've said that a bunch tonight. There went Groove. And there's a Supernova, Ben Simmons. Victor Oladipo for the Pacers with a Fractal. Oh, Clippers. Who'd you say you have again tonight, Scott? Did you have the Clippers? Who do you have? I can't remember. Did you have the Clippers, man? Maybe. I can't remember. Well, anyway, how about this? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Clippers, baby. Woohoo! You know I love my man Shai. That is Astro, and kid's been playing well, too. So, you know, there's a Vortex. and a Groove. Shockwave Nowitzki, another cubic. Crazy amount of cubics in here tonight. Mitchell Robinson to 50. Maybe that's just part of having a good case overall. They just give you loads of cubic. I don't know. The Heat and the Rockets. Dang it, why did I think you had the Clippers in here tonight, man? The Heat and the Rockets, okay. For some reason, I thought you had the Clippers. Did Jay Allen have the Clippers? Who has the Clippers? You guys know I don't remember that, and I know someone recently got really offended that I didn't remember what team they had, and please don't take that personally, guys. It's just a lot of pieces of information. If I tried to remember every one of those every night, I would probably not have any space left in my brain. So don't take it personally if I don't remember what teams you have in a given break, but I do know someone did recently and got very unhappy with me. Yeah, you do have the Clippers a lot. How come you didn't have them tonight, man? Last one says you won't pick the Kings again because the one time you did, the card was split and you lost in random. Well, that was in Flawless Collegiate. There's no cards in Revolution that have two different teams on them. So that's how, you know, in Flawless Collegiate, yes, there are definitely cards that have two different teams on them. And you can end up, you know, if random doesn't swing your way. So for sure, I get that. But lots of sets, you don't have to worry about that. Revolution is one of those, Latchman, where all the cards are individual team. So you can, Michael Porter Jr., Impact. Michael Porter was not the Impact, sorry. There was Michael Porter Jr., comma, and then an Impact for Devin Booker. Vortex and our Sunburst to 75 for the Thunder with Dennis Schroeder. Oh yeah, Scott. Yeah, somebody did get upset about that. I don't know if mad is the right word. I don't really think mad is the right word. They were just distressed, upset, and basically said that they will not be breaking with me again because I couldn't remember what team they had. Now, mind you, I had stopped and looked for them, and I looked at the spreadsheet and I read it off because they asked and I didn't know. But nonetheless, yeah, that did happen. Vortex Impact Paul George. And there is a Groove. But you know, it's hard to remember all of that because you're talking about, you've got to try to remember somebody's eBay username attached to their real name, which is then can be totally different, all of that, from the YouTube name. And then also remember, like, who has what team for 90 some odd teams a night. I mean, that's like almost 300 different pieces of information per night just for that. My poor old brain can't remember that. It's not smart enough to remember all that. Okay, so our redemption is Kevin Huerter. Rookie autograph. So, how about that? I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know Kevin Huerter was even a redemption in here. But anyway, let's go verify him. I don't think that's going to be numbered because it just said rookie autographs. So I don't think... I mean, I think that's just open edition. Really, most of these are open edition. We haven't seen any numbered autographs yet, so I don't think that one's going to be either. But nonetheless, we're going to go look it up because that's kind of what we do. What did I say it was? Just plain rookie autographs, right? Card number 15. Oh, where are you, brother? Yeah, just open edition. So that's kind of what I figured. That's kind of what they all are. But nonetheless, you know how it rolls. We go look it up because that's just what we do. So we're going to recap this break. If you want to stick around for that. And then after we do the recap, we'll put the spreadsheet information up again. We'll take a look at what we're breaking in the days ahead. And then we'll take a look at the shipping schedule one final time as well. So this is Sunburst to 75, Cubic to 50, Cubic to 50. There's our case hit. It is Joel Embiid, Galactic for the 76ers on the Shockwave insert. Cosmic to 100, Cosmic to 100, Cubic to 50, Cosmic 100. That is Lava to 10 on the Jalen Brunson. Cubic to 50, Cubic 50, Cubic 50, Cosmic 100, Cubic 50, Sunburst 75, Sunburst 75, and Marvin Bagley, Cubic 250. Next up, for the Hawks, it is Kevin Huerter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the Clippers. Marvin Bagley III for the Kings. Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers. There's a star of the show, Luka, coming out for the Dallas Mavericks, making somebody's night. Mo Bamba and the Magic, Zaire Smith and the 76ers, and Lauri Markkanen with the Chicago Bulls got us started tonight with Revolution. Okay, so guys, that is our break. That is our recap. Let's put up our spreadsheet information and take a little pass through that for anybody who's interested. So tomorrow is the release date of Bowman's Best Baseball. We will be opening a case of Bowman's Best tomorrow night. It's just going to be a little later than normal. We'll start at 10:30. It shouldn't take us more than an hour to break it. It may actually even take us a little less than that. But note that your invoices, guys, are also going to be coming to you probably fairly late. I've got some family commitments on Friday night and Saturday night, and I'll kind of be racing back in the door to get all of that done. Saturday night will be Bowman's Best Baseball and Donruss Optic Football, again starting at 10:30. That break will probably go closer to 2 hours. On Sunday, we're just going to do some mixers, and it's going to be Topps football mixers in both cases. The first one is a chrome mixer. That'll be boxes from 13, 14, and 15. And then we will do a mixer for Strata, which will have boxes from 12, 13, 14, and 15. My listing description will give you more information about what you can expect to find in each of those boxes. We're going to take Christmas Eve off and not do any breaking there. But then on Christmas Day, well, Christmas night, rather, more to the point, we are going to break another 16-box master case of Revolution. On Wednesday, the 26th, the day after Christmas, it's not listed yet on eBay, but it will be listed sometime here in the next few days. It might end up being a 3-day auction, but it'll turn up before too long. We'll break Contenders Basketball, because that comes out on Wednesday, the 26th, and boy, oh boy, I better hope UPS or FedEx or whoever it is actually shows up that day. But we're going to give it a go on release day of the 26th and hope they deliver it to us on time. Finally, our shipping information. The three-peat box, of course, was the free shipping items. Those are projected to go out the door no later than Thursday, the 27th, a week from today. Probably going to go out sooner, but it shouldn't be any later than that. And consolation cards, if you are in that three-peat break, typically I'm going to hang on to your consolation card if you didn't pull anything and send it with your next package simply because it is a free shipping break. But if you don't want to wait that long and you'd like to have it sent right away, you only need to drop me a message on eBay and let me know. I'll get it taken care of for you. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that was Playbook and Revolution, should be on the way to you no later than Wednesday the 26th. It may go out sooner, but it shouldn't be any later than that unless something really weird happens. And in Revolution, every team pulled cards, no worries there. However, in Playbook, if you got skunked in there, any consolation cards that you're due are going to ship out with the rest of the break because it was a paid shipping break. So I think that's all the rundown of the news to use, and I guess that has got us pretty well wrapped up tonight. So, all right, so that is it for me. I will see you guys again tomorrow night at 10:30, and in the meantime, enjoy your Friday. We are almost to the nice long holiday weekend, so one more work day to go and you'll be there. hopefully we'll see you again somewhere along the way in the next few days. If I don't see you before the holiday, happy holidays to you, and we'll be back at it tomorrow night. Bye now.